Yo, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing good. So today I'm doing a city versus to see what capital city is gonna capture your visit. So obviously you want a general overview of these two cities, and generally they will give you a little bit of a display of the rest of the country, right? It always starts with the capital city. It's So in this video, I'm going to focus on cost of travel, nightlife, food, transportation, and the best time to visit. This video is for you budget travelers that want somewhere fun, affordable, in Southeast Asia, obviously. Your digital nomads were thinking of basing yourself either in Sri Lanka or in Malaysia, and somewhere that's great so you can still visit and see the rest of Asia. And also for your first time tourists that are trying to decide where to go to Southeast Asia, but you want to go somewhere that's all around, that's going to give you affordability, fun, and just a great all-around experience. So first, we're going to dive in with cost of travel and budget. So we're going to start with flights. So I'm talking about mainly going to focus on guys coming from the US or Europe. Flying into Colombo. Let's talk about Colombo. Flying to Colombo is going to run you between $800 or $1,200, and whereas Kuala Lumpur, I'll just say KL because saying the whole entire thing is long. So KL will run you between $600 to $1,000. So now alone, you can think about the prices. KL is an absolutely amazing destination to fly into Southeast Asia, especially if you want to base yourself somewhere already. Cheaper flights either from the US or Europe. It's easier and cheaper to fly into KL. Your daily budget, for let's say if you're backpacking or in the middle of a budget, in middle budget, not let's say backpacker, just middle budget or backpacking, whatever. Colombo is you're looking at $25 to $40 per day, whereas KL you're looking at $30 to $50 per day. So you would need slightly a little bit more for KL. So budget wise, Colombo is cheaper. So daily budget for backpackers, let's say you're looking at $25 to $40 per day in Colombo, whereas KL you're looking at $30 to $50 for generally low budget backpacking budget. Whereas mid-range budget, you're looking at $60 to $100 per day for Colombo, and as far as KL you're looking at $70 to $120. So you can see Colombo is a cheaper destination. In your luxury 5-star hotels, I stayed in an amazing 5-star, either one of these places. Colombo is still cheaper. You're looking at $150, whereas in KL you're looking at $200+. So basically, both cities are absolutely amazing and great destinations. But Colombo is obviously slightly cheaper, but KL offers modern and it's just a better modern infrastructure. Both are great choices for travelers. That both have great street food, cheap street food, and hostels. But obviously, when it comes to food side of things, when it comes to especially street food, you're not beating Malaysia. Malaysia is literally top 1 or 2 in the world. So, you know what I mean? So you have to think yourself, do I want to go cheaper or for slightly more? Definitely have better food and maybe a better experience, better modern infrastructure. So I'm not really going to dive in too much about nightlife areas, the best areas. I might just give you one or two, but Colombo, you got Colombo 07, Gale Face, you got other ones. KL, you got downtown, anywhere downtown in KL, boy. Ooh wee. You got China. My favorite was actually Chinatown because you got a lot of boutique speakeasies. I'm not a really big club guy. Then you got the W Hotel, which has an amazing view of like the city at night and the Patriot Towers. But let's talk about bars and clubs and like entry fees and stuff. So Colombo, both both cities has loads of clubs and party. The partying scene for both. Sri Lanka love to party. So does the Malaysians. So both scenes have great party and nightlife scenes. But obviously fees and prices gonna be a little bit different. In Colombo, you're looking at entry fees into clubs and stuff like that. You're looking at between $5 to $15, whereas in KL you're looking at $10 to $30, right? So obviously KL is a little bit more expensive, and also again KL has more variety, got a lot of variety actually compared to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, Colombo is a little bit, not as modern yet, and it's not as big. Drinks, beers, and cocktails. This is a big one, obviously, for you drinkers. You know what I mean? I love me some cocktails and some wine. So Colombo, you're looking at $2 to $5, whereas KL, you look at $4 to $8. So it's not really, like I said, the price range is not huge. I mean, obviously Colombo is cheaper, but it's not huge. It's not a big difference, right? So Colombo, you're looking at, is laid back. You got a lot of beach clubs in Colombo. Colombo's a dope city. Obviously, not only just big beach clubs or beach lounges, you got inner city clubs and stuff like that. I went to a couple of inner city clubs, and you got hotel clubs. A lot of the clubs are in hotels and stuff like that, or connected to hotels. Whereas KL's pure high energy, modern clubs, rooftops, clubs, underground club, everything. You got everything. You got speakeasy, you got everything. So again, if you're a massive nightlife person, you like your entertainment, KL has massively more options. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and smash that like as well. And if you're returning, appreciate you, love you. But before you go, hit that like button too. Conclusion, KL is just 100% a better clubbing scene, where Colombo is more chilled vibes. It's still got your clubbing, but it's chilled vibe. It's a great, nice chill by the pool or chill by the beach type vibe. You know what I mean? It's more chilled. So if you want to just get away from things, you still want to have a little bit of night, but you want more calmer, then obviously Colombo is a bit of one to go. And of course, Colombo, drinks wise, food wise, Colombo is cheaper, but KL has a bigger variety of nightlife. It's just that simple, really. So accommodation costs, and this is just a general scope. Hotel budget wise, you talk about, you know what I mean, lower range. I'm gonna go lower range, mid, and high, right? So you're going lower range, you're looking at $6 to $15 per night in Colombo, while in KL you're looking at $8 to $20. Especially if you're looking at budget, man. The great thing about Colombo is you have apart hotels, and you can go literally from star rating from 3 all the way to 5, right? So you can get a good price on like a 3-star, which is still in a nice area and a nice building. Whereas Colombo, not too many apart hotels. You look at either hotel or Airbnbs, that's it, or boutique hotels. Mid-range, you're looking at mid-range, talking about 3-star to 4-star. You're looking at $40 to $80 in Colombo, while at KL you're looking at $50 to $100. So you see, it's a lot more expensive in KL when it comes to accommodation wise, right? Then let's talk about 5-star luxury. Let's talk about luxury. 5-star hotels, you're looking at $120 to $300 in Colombo. I'm talking about luxury, that's 5-star, right? Prime time. Then you're looking at KL, you're looking at $150 to $400, right? So obviously, you know, when it comes to 5-star, it's not like I think Bangkok, you have way better options. It's 4 5-star. You just have so many more options, 5-star, and a lot more cheaper options. KL is generally cheap, but as you can see, when you start getting 5-star, especially you come from Europe or the States, sometimes you want a nice little luxury 5-star, and some places are reasonable, some places are not. And as you can see, 5-stars are not as reasonable in both places. Airbnb, like a 1-bedroom apartment, 2-bedroom, let's say 1-bedroom, you're looking at $30 to $60 per night, and KL you're looking at $40 to $80 per night. So you see, it's just a difference of like $10. But 100%, if you're looking at an apartment, Airbnb, you're gonna get way better options in KL. Like I said, accommodation wise, both cities are affordable accommodation wise, obviously, but KL just has more luxury. You got the nicer apartments. You got, you know, apartments with gyms, pools, and stuff like that. But Colombo might win for most people because it has a lot of very affordable beachfront stays. So by the ocean, by the front. It's a capital city that's by the ocean, so you can get great views. I stayed by the ocean, just overseeing the ocean, which is beautiful. KL doesn't, you don't have that with KL. So if you want a little chill, looking at the ocean, beach view, then Colombo is gonna win for you, right? Food and dining, my absolute fave. So we're gonna talk about costs for like street food, local restaurants, and fine dining. So I'll break it out in 3 categories. Obviously, street food, I mean, first, again, like I said in the previous video, guys, you're not gonna win against Malaysian street food. Malaysian street food is some of the best street food in the entire world. So Sri Lanka already just on the back foot. They're not gonna win this one. But again, we're just not talking about quality, guys. We already know Malaysia's quality food-wise wins all day. But we're talking about cost. Okay, so street food, you're looking at $1 to $3, whereas in KL, you're looking at $2 to $5. You see there's a difference. And it's kind of a significant difference, like $2 more. So obviously KL still pretty cheap. Imagine you get a good plate between $2 to $5 of street food, which I mean, you might even get a full massive plate and additions, right? So that's still good. But you're looking at $1 to $3 in KL. So you see street food per meal is cheaper. When you talking about local restaurants, and I'm talking about Michelin, I'm talking about local restaurant, you're looking at $3 to $8 in Colombo, whereas KL, you're looking at $5 to $12. Again, that might seem more, but you have to remember KL has way more options and a lot more quality food, right? So you have better options, way more options. You got Malay, Chinese, Indian. You just got way more options of variety of food, right? So realistically, $5 to $12 is not bad. You know what I mean? It's not bad at all, especially compared to Europe or America. Then we'll talk about fine dining. So fine dining, this one, when we talk about fine dining, this one completely boosts, obviously, but you're looking at $20 to $50, right? Fine dining per meal in Colombo. So think about that. Is very reasonable when it comes to, especially Europe or Asia. You got KL, you're looking at $30 to $80. So once, generally depends where you are, you're looking at the $50 to $80, $50 to $100 mark when it comes to fine dining. Even like in Eastern Europe and shit like that, and other parts of Asia, you know what I mean? So that makes sense. But you can see Colombo is $20 to $50. That's dope, man. So you can really go to a really amazing restaurant and just be fine dining your ass off for a couple of days. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not talking quality of food, guys. I'm talking about food cost. Colombo wins this hands down. KL has more options and more variety, like I've said. So Malaysians don't get mad, but Sri Lanka still better cost option and still have really good food. They got the rotis, they got rice, they got curries. We love curries, and it's bland curries, not like curries in India. So I absolutely adored and love the food in Sri Lanka. So for me, man, even though Malaysia wins, but Malaysia doesn't win landslide for me. I'm talking about me, my opinion, guys. Sri Lanka food is absolutely amazing. So, you know what I mean? If you were somewhat on a budget, you know what I mean, and you want your money to go longer, Colombo and Sri Lanka is winning right now, right? But now when we talk about transportation and getting around, this is a landslide, and it's pure Malaysia, because unfortunately, Malaysia is just a lot more better run. It's just better infrastructure, just way more modern than it is Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is still up and coming. They're gonna get there, and it's still up and coming. You got public transport, you got bus, train. Colombo is gonna run you between 50 cents to $2, which is dope, right? And KL runs you between $50 to $3. So it's very close, very close. You got taxi rides, even sharing. I'm just talking about taxis, period. You're looking about a trip in Colombo, you're looking at $2 to $10 one way, whereas KL, you're looking at $3 to $15 one way. And for KL's got more. They got the regular taxis, and then you got Grab. And Grab's are great options like Bolt, Uber, but a cheaper version. They don't have Grab in Sri Lanka. So yeah, it's not as many transportation options. KL and Malaysia absolutely wins this. Metro, Colombo doesn't have a metro. They have a train. It's not a metro. It's not anywhere nice and efficient as a metro. It's just a regular train that goes from Colombo to the south and other parts, right? And metro in KL, $50 to $2 per trip. So it's very affordable. So really, realistically, KL is very affordable to get around. It's got better transportation, way better transportation. So if you're someone that wants to really explore, move around the city efficiently and easily, KL wins this hands down. Colombo, that's the only thing that I remember. Colombo and Sri Lanka, period. It was pretty hard to get around. It's not as easy to get around. You can get around, but you really have to do some planning and organizing and getting private car, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? In advance. So KL, a lot easier to get around. Again, KL's modern city. It's got a modern metro system. It's easy to get around. It's got so many ways to get around KL. Whilst Colombo's, you got buses and TikTok, Tok, sorry, not TikTok, Tok, right? Tok's a fun way to get around the city, but you know it can get overwhelming stuff. And again, like previous videos, you know, you got your Tok scams. So if you want to just a chill, safer experience, KL is gonna win this one. It doesn't mean that Colombo's not a dope city. Colombo's a dope city. Yeah. So as far as Uber and Bolt like apps in KL, you got Grab, and in Sri Lanka you got Pick Me. Yeah. So if you go into either one of the place, you should download this app, because again too, this is going to limit the scams and the overcharging. Best time to visit. You definitely want to know this, because again too, both these places have different. It's very tropical, so you got tropical weather. So if you go during rainy season, it's gonna ruin the holiday. You want to go to a country, be able to experience the culture, see things, and do shit. You don't want to be in your hotel and looking out the window in the rain, right? So it's wise to go around these times. Colombo, Sri Lanka is a great time to go. Is December, between December and April. I went in February. It was absolutely fantastic and stunning. Hardly any rain. Did it even rain? It rained one time in the south, when I was in southern province. When I was in Colombo, it didn't rain once. So February is a beautiful time to go, and also it's lower peaked. It's not very high peaked. So guys, if you can, February for Sri Lanka and Colombo. Whereas KL, I went end of April and May. May to September is a great time to visit KL. But you have to remember the rainy season. This is rainy season, guys. Even though when I went to KL, it was class is sunny, it still randomly rained. It rained quite a lot. It just randomly rains. So again, it just may. One thing about Malaysia, periods of tropical, and it's kind of an all-year destination. But take notes of these months, guys. Absolutely worst months to visit in Sri Lanka is May to June. Why? Because it's monsoon. Unless you want to go to Sri Lanka and be trapped in a monsoon, you don't want that shit. Avoid May to June, guys. To go to Malaysia, KL, rest of Malaysia, October and November, guys, avoid that completely, because it's massive rainy season. You don't want to go when it's raining. Guys from both these countries, please, if I got this slightly wrong, please let me know in the comments, and please tell the viewers when is the rainy periods, when is the in Sri Lankans, please tell us the monsoon times and when not to visit for foreigners. Again too, we want to come to these countries and enjoy and give back to this country. So we can't do that if it's raining, because especially me, I'm not leaving the hotel or the apartment. Same thing as Malaysians, guys. Let us know when is the most. I know it rains a lot, but when is the most rainiest part in the year, right? So best time to visit Colombo during the dry season, obviously December to April. Beaches, sightseeing, you want to be able to see stuff, obviously go to the beach. I didn't go to a beach in Colombo, which is crazy, because I was right next to the water, but I wasn't on the beachy part. But apparently some nice beaches. So next time I'm definitely checking out some beaches in Colombo, guys. Let me know about some recommendations. KL, best time is from May to September to avoid heavy rains. But remember, guys, even to May to December, I was there in May, it rained a little bit. So you're always going to get rain in KL and in Malaysia. So guys, my thoughts on who wins. Guys, this is not about who wins. It's just about giving you a little bit of information on both places, giving you options, most importantly. So I'm just going to break it down as far as just for these things I've talked about in this video. Who wins, guys, is not a slight or diss to any of these countries. So guys, don't get in your feelings. Budget travel, Colombo wins. Obviously, I've talked about how it's been cheaper slightly than Malaysia. So Colombo wins budget wise. If you want to budget travel, Colombo wins. Nightlife, KL wins. Obviously, KL wins this one. Even though there's amazing nightlife in Colombo, KL just has way more nightlife. Accommodation options, guys, options. KL wins this one. Yeah, just way more options, from hotels, hostels, Airbnbs, apart hotels. Food variety, KL wins this again. You got a mix of Malay, Chinese, Indian, mixed. You got the best street food in the world, if not the best street food in the world, the second best. just all depends on your taste buds and your opinion. But Sri Lanka and Colombo has amazing food. I had every meal in Sri Lanka was amazing. So I personally think it's amazing. I think Malaysia slightly gets them, but they're very close, in my opinion. So the food is great. Beaches and nature, Colombo for sure. I mean, nature-wise, there's not much you see in KL. KL is like a city in the middle in mainland. So if you want to see some nature, go to the beach, all around Colombo, hands down, and it's budget friendly. So if you want to just all around experience, Colombo for sure. Transportation, unfortunately, KL wins this as well because it's just better infrastructure and got more options. So I'm not even going to go into depth into this. Best for digital nomads. I'm virtually working towards becoming a digital nomad. So this would be KL would be great. Will be a better option because it has more option infrastructure wise. Again, too, you have to think about you have to think about hospitals, transportation, getting in and out of the country, stuff like that, right? Insurance, all that stuff. So I think KL is better equipped for that. So I think it'll be a better base. For instance, if I was going to base myself in Southeast Asia, no offense, Sri Lanka, I'm going to base myself in KL because it's easier for me to get around, cheaper for me to get around anywhere in Asia. And also I want to stay in somewhere nice, so I have better accommodation options. So final thoughts. If you want beaches, cheap food, and relaxed vibe, Colombo for sure, hands down, right? And if you want a modern infrastructure, you want lots of nightlife, and you want like a city life, hustle and bustle, lots of traffic, then KL, right? So it all depends what you're looking at, your budget, what your vibe is. If you want an all-rounder, if you want to, try something, experience new culture, then these are the different options that you have. But I hope I've given you some information, you know what I mean? So it can help you make your decision better, right? That's what I'm here for. So let's say it's the first time and you're thinking of both cities. Out of this video, what city would you like to visit, right? What's in your mind? Let me know in the comments. And if you visited either one of these countries, what did you think? And if you visit one of these cities, what did you think? And what did you think of both cities, and which ones did you prefer? Guys, if you want more information or detailed travel guide, places to stay, avoid the tourist traps, all the rest of the stuff, check out my previous videos. Just go into my videos, and I've done videos about Sri Lanka and also Malaysia. So those videos will help you, especially places to stay and things to avoid. I hope that it brings value and gives you most important recommendations and tips, so you don't make mistakes, or it gives you more information and gives you a heads up going into these countries. Okay, I hope this helps. And if I miss anything, let me know in the comments. If you want me to do more videos on a specific topic, let me know in the comments. Till next time, peace.